Now Hurricane Lane shortening from 4 to 5. 6 to 1 Broome, 6 to 1 Mostahdaf, 11 to 1 Bar. Let's go for Coles.
So this is the Hardwick Group 2 contest, mile and a half. So they start away to the left-hand side. It will be, of course, when we're next back at Ascot, the scene of the King George. And they run downhill more markedly after about a furlong or so for around about a quarter of a mile. And the last one to head forward is Broome. Broome goes in, been a globetrotter in his recent starts. And all of the runners are loaded away then for the Hardwick. The slow away was away he goes. He did go away, but not that fast. A Solid Stone is the first one to show to any advantage. Hurricane Lane and Broome, who's been kept wide, is moving forward in the check colours as they race through the first furlong. Mostahdaf races in fourth with Living Legend in the pink jacket, and they're 3 to 4 lengths clear already from Lafayette, and away he goes at the back. So Broome just being kept out wide by Ryan Moore. He has round about a quarter of a mile or so to slot in where he so desires before the bend begins to take effect. Solid Stone on the running rail, Hurricane Lane in the Godolphin blue. Now can Broome slot over and avoid covering ground? Ryan's just doing enough to ensure he's going to have no more than one width off the rail with Solid Stone. Will Solid Stone try and keep him out round this turn? The answer is no. Broome's going to cross. So Broome leads Solid Stone. 2 lengths to Hurricane Lane, who races in third. Racing in fourth place, Mostahdaf with a length and a half to Living Legend. Then Lafayette in the pink colours with a big white face in sixth, and the nose banded away he goes. Broome is setting a reasonable gallop here as they turn at the lowest end of the course, and they'll begin the climb now from Swindley Bottom, and they're inside the final 6.5. And it's Broome out in the lead for Ryan Moore by a couple of lengths from in second Solid Stone. Hurricane Lane stays okay, but maybe these Broome tactics are trying to exploit any lack of fitness on the returning hero from last year. Mostahdaf in fourth place, then Living Legend in fifth, and still the last two are Lafayette, and away he goes. And Broome continues to press on. He's been at Broome all the way up the hill and still has a 3-length lead. Solid Stone in second, Hurricane Lane in third. 2 lengths to Mostahdaf, Living Legend in fifth, then Lafayette, and away he goes as they pass the half mile. And Ryan Moore's been very much action man through this last half mile of the race, and Broome straightens with the lead. Hurricane Lane in third place for the first time, just chased along himself as Solid Stone angles out. Mostahdaf in fourth place still travels well. Then behind these Lafayette, Broome trying to keep up this relentless gallop. Hurricane Lane, the all blue down the outside, still with 2 lengths to Bine and Solid Stone. Mostahdaf and now Broome really trying to stretch these now. These by 2 lengths from Hurricane Lane and Mostahdaf. Broome continuing to pour it on. Has 3 lengths in hand over Hurricane Lane. Mostahdaf down the centre, but Broome driven clear by Ryan Moore. He's 3 lengths clear in the Hardwick from Mostahdaf, and Ryan Moore took this race by the scruff of the neck, and Broome will give Ryan his 900th group or graded success, and surely seal the leading rider of the week. Broome made the ball to beating the second Mostahdaf.
6 to 1, I got him at 5.
Stone Lafayette behind these Living Legend, and away he goes, and away Broome went. The tactics were plain to see. Get to the front, ensure there was no hiding place on the return for Hurricane Lane, and Broome just kept galloping. Mostahdaf in second. There'll be other days for Hurricane Lane. Heard from Adele that he probably stripped fitter, and Broome ensured it was a relentless pace where fitness was going to pay. No false run race here. Solid Stone in fourth. So Ryan Moore rides another winner this week, so does Aidan O'Brien. They're almost certain to be the leading combination, but that is some landmark and appropriate it's achieved here at Royal Ascot. 900 group and graded victories under both codes for Aidan O'Brien.
And Aidan O'Brien, what a remarkable achievement. I don't know whether you were aware coming today, but that win is your 900th group winner in your career. What does that mean to you and all the team?
Oh yeah, incredible. I didn't realise that, obviously. Sure, listen, we're so privileged to be in the position we are, and so grateful and thankful to everybody. Coolmore and Ballydile, and like I always said to John and Sue and Michael and Dorian, Gay and Derek, and now George and Emily. So grateful to them all, really, and very privileged, really.
Can I ask you what you would have told a sort of 10, 12-year-old Aidan O'Brien if you said that when you started out on your training career you'd be saddling 900 group or graded winners? Would you have believed him?
I know what you're saying. So listen, obviously in this life and world we take one day at a time, and try and appreciate every day, Ollie. And listen, obviously, it's like we're so grateful to be able to do what we do every day, you know. So listen, it's amazing, incredible, really.
I have to say, I think Ryan's been riding at the very top of his game, and that was an exceptional ride. He really took the race by the scruff of the neck. What did you make of it?
Yeah, no, brilliant ride. Like he's done an incredible job with this horse. Brilliant ride. Andrew is in charge, and Davey who led him up, and Rochelle who rides him out, Wayne who rides him work. All done an incredible job. He's like a 6-year-old colt now, and one very strange thing, he seems to be coming to the peak of his career after all these years, you know. So he's obviously by Australia. He's very brave. We think we're going to see the best of him this year, hopefully. But Ryan gave him an amazing ride.
He surely, we can hear from him now, Aidan, on behalf of all of us. Many congratulations.
Thanks, Ollie. Appreciate it.
Brian, congratulations. Ollie's just spoken to Aidan, who just described that as a brilliant ride. Talk me through it.
But I think the horse has been brilliantly prepared as well. He's a very different machine to what I've ever known him before. He's in the most beautiful rhythm. He's stretched out, excellent. He was really, really good today. Like, say the rhythm was beautiful. He just flowed, and he's length, and you could see it in walking in the paddock. We've always thought a lot of him. He was close to winning a derby. He said a few little things haven't gone his way. So he's never felt that good though.
I know, Ryan, often you know that you did a good job and you just want to be professional, but I'm standing around professionals here watching that race, and a lot of them were saying that was an outstanding ride. Does it bring you pleasure to know that it was a job well done?
The horse brought me a lot of pleasure today because he galloped. He was in a place, Aidan had him in a place to make him do that. And his rhythm, his attitude, sometimes you just get on me, you know the horse is in the right place, and he was. And it doesn't matter what I do, anyone else, if the horse isn't there, they won't do it. And I'm very lucky they had this horse so beautifully prepared.
Well done, Ryan. And there were the tactics, Jason. Send him.
Yeah, drawn wide. Ryan keeps out there because he knows that he's normally dropped in and given a bit of a chance, but here he can just get him rolling in his hands. And when we talk about all of those group race successes, Ed, the first Group 1, Desert King, Walter Swinburne for Aidan O'Brien, and then obviously Christie rode him in the 2000 Guineas, but that was in Michael Tabor's colours. And when people stick together for such a long time, it's because they're super successful. They all put a shift in, and the amount of talent and Aidan's ability to keep changing, tweaking, putting them back at the top level, and it's like he's training again for the first year. He just has that enthusiasm.
Mostahdaf has run really well in second. Hurricane Lane, quick word with Charlie Appleby. Hurricane Lane's had a really good blow after the race. They're pleased with him. He would have liked a bit more cut in the ground. 900 group winners, Aidan. Anne-Marie, kisses all round. I'm not sure Paul Smith was quite expecting that. And David Hickey on the right there leading in the winner. Ryan saying, well done, Aidan. That is some landmark. In the Matsushima colours, with the Magners, Tables and Smiths as well. Broome has won the Hardwick. You imagine the rematch will be in the King George, you'd like to think, back here, live with us in July. The globe-trotting